And we're live. Welcome into the stream tonight, everybody. Thank you all so much for being here. We've got a good one on the way. Out in the Pacific Division, some late night Monday action between the Seattle Kraken and the Edmonton Oilers. This should be a fun one out in the West here. Seattle trying to get their season on track, 3-5-1. It's been a pretty mediocre start, but obviously a big interdivisional game here for them. And for the Oilers, they've started this season 6-1. They're off to a really, really good 2021-2022 so far. We'll see if they're able to continue that or not. This is a big home game for them. They are rested. Seattle played yesterday, had to travel. So Edmonton doesn't really have much of an excuse to not win this game, but we've seen them lose games like that before in past years. So I certainly don't think this is a gimme for the Oilers, but it should be a fun game. And nice to get Seattle and Edmonton up here, streaming them again. Some Western games that I haven't really been able to do that many Western Conference games other than playoffs before. So it's really nice this season to be able to do a lot more of those. But welcome in, everybody. We are getting ready for puck drop, probably about 10 or so minutes away. Hope you guys are all having a great night. We got Shucky, Kyle, Brandon, Trevor, Ted. What is going on, everybody? Welcome into the chat. Thank you guys all so much for watching. Really, really appreciate it. Ready for some hockey tonight. This should be a fun one. Really light night in the NHL. There were only 3 games today. So, Washington and Tampa Bay, that one's in the third. That is 3-2 right now, Tampa Bay. I wanted to do that game as well, but then NHL Network took it, so I wasn't able to do that. But this is still a fun one here out west. And then Chicago up 2-0 over Ottawa in the second period of that one. We'll see. We'll see if they're able to get their first win tonight or not. Brian, what is going on? Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Really, really appreciate it. Good to see you in the chat. We got Edmonton versus Seattle coming up, and this is an interesting matchup out in the Pacific. Seattle's going to need a big performance tonight against a rested Oilers team, but we've seen stranger things already this NHL season, without a doubt. Yeah, Chicago's up 2-0 right now over Ottawa. We'll see if they can hold that lead or not, but we'll find out here over the next period or so. What's going on, Trevor? Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Really, really appreciate it. Great to see you in the chat as always. We are getting ready to go here. Please don't forget, drop that thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't. I cover the entire NHL, so fans of all teams, welcome and wanted here. And we're getting ready here for puck drop. This should be a really, really fun one, as we're just kind of waiting for things to get going here. I'm watching on ESPN+. This is not a national TV game or anything like that. ESPN Plus game. So, if you guys have that, you can all watch along. Eddie, what is going on? Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Really, really appreciate it. Good to see you in the chat as always, my man. Thank you so much for stopping by. I'm going to kind of scroll through the lineups here for both of these teams, see if there's anything that's, see if there's anybody in that's a little, let's see. Let me check Twitter. That will be more up to date than the NHL app. Let me see. God, I wish every team would just put their lines out on Twitter before the, like, during warm-ups or something, just so it's always there, so that everybody can see what the lineup is looking like. Let's see if Seattle did. A lot of times their writers do too, but I don't have the writers for each individual team on Twitter. Bro, I'm just trying to see some lineups. Yes, I did, Eddie. I saw all the photos that you sent me. Yeah, I'm not seeing... We'll have to wait until this thing gets going before we see the lineups, I guess. I'm not seeing anything on Twitter about what the lines are tonight, which they're usually out on Twitter. Teams will usually put out, you know, who's in, who's out, all of that, but I guess not. I'm trying to find it, but I'm not seeing anything. All right, here we go. ESPN coverage coming in. I'm watching the Canadian broadcast here. I'm watching Sportsnet. So I rarely get to see like the Canadian broadcast. So it's cool now with ESPN Plus to be able to choose the Canadian side of things and watch how Sportsnet does it and all the channels up in the north do. So that's cool. So let's see. Yeah, it doesn't look like unless this was videoed before, this might not be live, but doesn't look like teams are ready to go yet. I mean, that Sportsnet's what's on right now, Eddie. That's who's carrying this game. I don't know what other Canadian channels there are other than TSN, which I know is more like just Montreal Canadiens. Like, Sportsnet's like the main one. Hey, Jay, what's going on? Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate it. Good to see you in the chat. As always, we're getting ready for puck drop here between the Kraken and the Oilers. When did I start streaming? Do you mean like this stream? Or do you mean like streaming in general? Like when was my first live stream on YouTube? All right, so it looks like they're going to do... the pregame ceremonies are starting now. So, yeah, we probably another like 10 minutes or so till the game actually starts. But pregame ceremonies are starting now. Very first stream was at the end of the 2017-2018 regular season. And then I started streaming a little bit more during the 2018 playoffs. So, spring of 2018 was my first... was my first stream. Javen, what's going on? Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. You think that the Golden Knights are beating Toronto? We shall see. That game's tomorrow, isn't it, Javen? Or not? Or is it Thursday? No, what's today? Today's Monday. Is it Wednesday? That game might be Wednesday. Hang on, I forget. No, it is tomorrow. Yeah, it is tomorrow at 7, Vegas and Toronto. I've got, like, I tried to memorize, like, the next 3 weeks of the schedule, but, like, I kind of remember the matchups, but I don't remember exactly what days they were on. Fun fact, don't try and remember an entire league schedule for 3 straight weeks, because you're not going to be able to remember all that, but... I do remember a lot of the matchups that we have coming up because I kind of went through today starting to think about which games I'm going to stream and whatnot. So I knew Vegas was playing Toronto. I wasn't sure if it was tomorrow or Wednesday, but it is tomorrow. So Javen thinks the Golden Knights are going to win that one. We shall see. Aaron, what is up? Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate it. Lightning and Capitals game has gone final. So that one is over. Lightning and Capitals is final. Tampa Bay won that game 3-2. So that's another big win for the Tampa Bay Lightning after a little bit of a sluggish start out of the gate. Tampa Bay all of a sudden is right back winning games like we were expecting. So really good little stretch here the last week and a half or so for the Lightning. And they pick up a big win over the Caps tonight. So that's a big 2 points. Also, that's Washington's first regulation loss. That is Washington's first regulation loss of the season. Blackhawks are leading right now. We'll see if they can hold that lead and if they can actually finish this game off. But they are in the second intermission. They're going to be heading into the third period here pretty soon. So we'll have third period action coming up between the Senators and Blackhawks. Chicago, looking for their first win, is up 2-0 right now. James, what's going on? Welcome. Logan, what is up? Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Really, really appreciate it. No, I did not, Javen. I was at my friend's house yesterday. I was watching football at Josh's, and no trick-or-treaters came to his house. So I didn't give out any candy yesterday. There's not a lot of there's not a lot of kids that go around for like the street that I live on, or like kids don't just go down every street in my town. There's like certain areas, certain neighborhoods that like everybody goes, and then the other neighborhoods nobody goes to. So like I don't live on a street that ever really gets trick-or-treaters. Yes, Jay. Rangers beat the Kraken last night. Seattle had to travel and then come to had to travel to Edmonton and then play again tonight. So that's why I am pretty much expecting the Oilers to win this. But we've seen stranger things happen in the past, so this game's definitely not a foregone conclusion. Mikko Koskinen is in for Edmonton. And I'm going to get the poll in the chat, guys. Let me know who you guys think are going to win. Joey Decord. Joey Decord is the goaltender tonight. With Grubauer playing last night, Decord is playing tonight for Seattle. No, a lot of people celebrate it, Javen. A lot of people celebrate it, but they just... all the trick-or-treaters go to select areas, not all over the place. But there's everybody celebrates it. Even the streets, even the houses that don't get trick-or-treaters are all decorated, but the trick-or-treaters just go to certain spots. Brian, what is going on? Welcome in. We are underway here. Game has begun. That's going to be an early icing against the Kraken. And the Oilers will head down for the offensive zone face-off just 15 seconds in. Welcome into the stream, everybody. Thank you all so much for watching. Really, really appreciate it. We've got some Monday night, late night action here out in the Pacific between Seattle and Edmonton. Please don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't. I cover the entire NHL, so fans of all teams are welcome and wanted here. And this one's setting up now. Oilers trying to keep it in the offensive zone. Taken back now, sent deep, working around, cycling in the offensive end. Seattle able to take it on the sideboards and try and clear it out. Warren Foegele keeps it in, though. Taken now, back behind the net. Larson up the board. Seattle clears. And Edmonton's going to have to tag up, which they do. Moved up now into the offensive zone. That one dumped in there by Jaden Schwartz. Now here comes Donskoy in on the attack. Schwartz gets it back out in front. Chance there! What a save on Wennberg by Koskinen! Early chance there for Seattle, but Koskinen gets a blocker on it. Moved up now. Seattle still trying to cycle in the offensive zone. Putting on some pressure here. Red Rubber! What is going on, man? Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Really, really appreciate it. Ikeka Stewart, thank you so much for being here. Really, really appreciate it. Great to see you in the chat. That's another icing here against Seattle. And Nurse is going to touch that one up. It's going to come right back down to the Seattle end. Another ozone draw coming up here for the Oilers. But the best chance of the game belonged to Alexander Wennberg there. And no, I don't think Koskinen even had to get a piece of that. He didn't even have to get a piece of that. It just went wide. So Wennberg just missed the net there, and that was a very good early opportunity, but Seattle couldn't convert. Oilers now back in the neutral zone, regrouping after losing that faceoff. They go D to D. Vernon, what is going on? Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate it. Sent down in now. Seattle goes back on the forecheck. Around the wall. Played up here. Glove down. And that's going to be whistled down there as soon as Seattle touches it. But no, Oilers touch it first. Never mind. No hand pass. Koskinen has to make a save. That one's taken now back the other way by Draisaitl. And here comes Edmonton now into the offensive zone. Trying to get around Soucy. Played up the wall. Good job there. Kept in at the point. Long shot. That one deflects it. And it scores! Edmonton on their first shot of the game. Goes off of Draisaitl. Might have hit his skate. And goes into the net. The Oilers take a 1-0 lead just over 2 minutes in. Definitely hit the skate there. But the skate was planted in the ice. Certainly not a kicking motion. It just deflects off of the skate of Leon Draisaitl and into the net past Joey Daccord. And already it is 1-0 Oilers. Wow. Caesar, what is going on? Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Really, really appreciate it. Edmonton back in their own zone now trying to work out. Their first shot on goal goes into the net on a deflection off the skate of Leon Draisaitl, and we already have a 1-0 game here in favor of Edmonton. We're just 2 minutes and 45 seconds in, and the Oilers are back in the offensive zone, trying to set things back up. Working it now, down in the corner, McDavid. Spun around, down back, cycle game going here for the Oilers. That pass, though, is to nobody, vacant point, and comes out of the zone. Oilers take it back at neutral ice. It's Tyson Barrie. He passes it up now to Puljujarvi. Puljujarvi rims it around the boards. Played here, back down low. That one goes by everybody. Kept in, though, at the blue line. Good job there as that's cleared up and out now. Here comes Seattle. Tanev after it with Yanni Gourde on the forecheck. That one, good pinch from Giordano. Taken now. That one gets played. Yay! Member hype as the Oilers work it up and out of their zone. Jay, welcome to channel membership. Thank you so much. Really, really appreciate it, everybody. Let's get some member hype for Jay in the chat. Just became a star member on the channel. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thrown into the middle there. Puck's in the slot. Glove down by Seattle. They're trying to work it out. Edmonton keeps it in for now. That's Turris. Trying to get some help. Finally now Seattle's going to take possession. Yanni Gourde's just going to play it back in his own zone. Tries to pass it over. Doesn't connect. He gets it back in the corner. Now goes up the wall. Played here now by Schwartz. Into the offensive zone. Here comes Jaden Schwartz. He gets in. And he scores! A quick answer by Jaden Schwartz. And the Seattle Kraken as they make it a 1-1 game. And we've got 2 goals not even 5 minutes in. Schwartz just goes through the defense. I don't know what Darnell Nurse is doing there. And then Koskinen just gives it up 5-hole. Like, that was a horrible play by Nurse and then a horrible goal to give up for Mikko Koskinen. And all of a sudden, Seattle's tied this right back up. And we've already got a couple of goals here early. This might be a high-scoring affair as Edmonton's back in the offensive zone. Seattle takes it away and tries to clear. Dan, what is going on? Welcome in. Good to see you in the chat. Thank you for being here. Here comes Soucy now. Deep, loses an edge in the corner. Edmonton clears it up and out of the zone. This will go all the way back, but it's going to be icing. Seattle will get an offensive zone face-off here. 15:22 to go. I wouldn't say cold. It was actually pretty nice out today, Dan. It was pretty nice out. It's definitely cold at night now. It's like down into the 30s at night, but it wasn't really that cold during the day today. Yo, Austin drops a 2 on the stream. Let's go. Austin, get that dono hype in the chat, everybody. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Drops a 2 and says, what's up, John? Long time no see. Good to see you. Great to see you as well, bro. Thank you so much for stopping in. Really, really appreciate it. Let's get that dono hype in the chat for our old friend, Austin. Good to see you again, my dude. As it's cleared out now by Bastion. Goes out to the neutral zone. Oilers get possession back. Brought in now, Yamamoto gets knocked down on the sidewall. Sent in deep, forecheck pressure coming, but Seattle tries to move it up. And they're going to be able to clear it out all the way down. Good job there. 14:35 to go here. Played up by Edmonton, trying to bring it into the offensive zone. Seattle stands him up. Here come the Kraken. Oh, but we got a penalty call. It's going to go against Seattle, it looks like. Mark Giordano is headed to the box. And the Oilers' power play, which is absolutely lethal, is going to get an opportunity here. So Oilers are going to the power play. And Mark Giordano heads off for holding here at the 5.5-minute mark of period number 1. And looks like he wrapped up Leon Draisaitl a little bit. It's kind of a ticky-tack call. But I guess it forced the turnover from Draisaitl. So the referee sends Giordano off, and the Oilers, in their absolutely vaunted power play, gets to a chance here in the first period to try and get the lead back in this one. They are almost 50% as a shot there from McDavid is stopped by Decord. It will be another offensive zone faceoff coming up. Just 12 seconds into the man advantage. Real deal. What is going on? Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate it. Good to see you in the chat. Yeah, McDavid kind of fluttered that shot a little bit. And, yeah, that one got stopped by Decord pretty easily as that one's cleared all the way down right off of the face-off. Seattle doing a good job on the PK so far. They can't give Edmonton many chances on the man advantage because Edmonton is almost 50% as they go across. And they score! Just as I said, they were at almost 50%. They score another power play goal. Leon Draisaitl's second goal of the game already. We're not even 10 minutes in, and it is 2-1 Oilers. Holy cow, what a fast start to this one. That did not take long on the power play. Not even a minute in, and the Oilers retake the lead. They are up 2-1. Leon Draisaitl with another goal here. His second of the game already. And a really nice play there, setting him up as well. Not sure exactly who was on the assist. That was Nuge to Hyman, and then Hyman over to Draisaitl. What an awesome passing play there to set up the goal. Here we are now, back to 5-on-5. Seattle trying to work it around in the offensive end. Played here now, Puljujarvi can't get it out of the zone. McDavid out there with Puljujarvi on his right, and who's that on the left? Is that Hyman on his left? Or I think that's Zach Hyman on his left. It looked like it might be 18. That goes back now. Played in deep there by Puljujarvi. Now trying to send it out. Here it is, Hyman on the half wall. Played down low to McDavid. McDavid gets checked by Dunn there, but the puck goes deep. Puljujarvi after it. Moved up now behind the net. Oilers trying to score again. Cutting to the middle. That one stolen away from McDavid. Good defense there. And that one gets cleared up and all the way down. And that's an icing call. 12:50 to go here. Seattle ices it. Edmonton will get another offensive zone face-off coming up. Cap, what is going on? Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Really, really appreciate it. Mikhail, what is going on? I don't know. I don't really watch many Mikhail, so I don't know. I watched Yu-Gi-Oh! A lot when I was younger, if that counts, but I really don't watch any, I don't watch any animes now or anything, so I guess Yu-Gi-Oh! Would be my answer. Setting up now, down low, played here. Oilers trying to work it around in the offensive end. Yeah, Dan, that was a really good performance from the Avalanche, and they are definitely on track now. They've gotten a couple of big wins. I like the way that the Avs have been playing for the last week. As that one kicked away but kept in the zone. Edmonton here. Draisaitl on the half wall. Gets away from Geekie. Passes it across ice. Chance here. Trying to throw that one into Cord. Keeps it on the outside. Puck's behind the net. Taken out. Edmonton thrown in there. Shot blocked from Yamamoto. So it looks like Draisaitl is playing with Nugent Hopkins and Yamamoto. And then Hyman, McDavid, and Puljujarvi are the top line. We just had a really weird thing happen here. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins' skate lace, like the circle part of the lace, got caught on Vince Dunn's skate on the back lip of his skate, and they just had to whistle down play so that those two could unlock their skates from being connected. So that's definitely something that you don't see every day. So we head to the first commercial break here. I think it's going to be an offensive zone faceoff for the Oilers when we come back. But we have just gotten to the first commercial break. It's already 2-1 Edmonton. 3 goals already in this one. It has been a fast start. But welcome in, everybody. Thank you all so much for being here. Really, really, really appreciate it. Great to have you all in the chat. Please don't forget to hit that thumbs up button and subscribe if you haven't. I cover the entire NHL, so fans of all teams are welcome and wanted here. I'll be streaming all season long. And also want to give a big thank you to Super Deeker for coming on as a channel sponsor this year. You can get $25 off with the promo code DEEK of the week or use the Super Deeker link in the description. They are an off-ice training tool to work on stick handling, puck control, passing, and more. And a big, big thank you to them for supporting the channel. My day's been pretty good, Cap. It was a pretty busy day, but it was a good day. What's going on, Hayden? Welcome in. Definitely, dude. Great to see you back at it. Thank you for coming by. Really, really appreciate it. And I'm doing pretty well. Had a busy day today, but it was a productive day. And then probably going to be an even busier day tomorrow, but that's good. Keeping it active, keeping things rolling. So great to have everyone in the chat tonight. Thank you guys all so much for being here. Really, really appreciate it. As we got some late night Monday action between the Oilers and Kraken, and we're already off to a heck of a start. As this one's backhanded out of the zone there by Seattle. Edmonton trying to bring it back in. And now they dump it deep. It is Kassian. Sends it down the wall. Seattle sends it right back out, though. Here's Schwartz, the goal scorer for the Kraken, into the offensive zone. That one gets spun around there and played up the wall by Slater Cuckoo. And Edmonton clears it out. Move now dumped in by Tyson Barrie. Jaden Schwartz has the goal for Seattle. And Leon Draisaitl has both goals for the Oilers. As this one's down low now. Kassian with it behind the net. Trying to get it out in front. Poked away from him. A good play there from Warren Foegele. Gets it back deep in the corner. Now Derek Ryan after it. Kassian lands a hit. And we got a puck up and out of play. If that went straight out, it's going to be delay a game. We'll see if they decide it went straight out or if it was deflected. 3-0 Blackhawks. Thank you for the update, Aaron. So looking good for Chicago here to get their first win of the season. Looking good for Chicago to win their first game. So no penalty on the play. It was deflected out, but it is an offensive zone faceoff for Edmonton as they look to set up now in the offensive zone. Shot there. Sent out in front. Kyle Turris poked away from him. Back the other way now. Trying to get it is Bastian, and he just sends it back to his defenseman. Sent around now. Oilers clear their end quickly. Turris up in the neutral zone. Takes a hit. Trying to go after it now. Looks like, Devin Shore's in the lineup for the Oilers tonight. That's interesting. This is his first game of the season. So Shore is in the lineup. Who else? 16. Is that Benson? I think Tyler Benson's in the lineup. So Turris, Benson, and Shore, the fourth line for Edmonton tonight. Turris gets a shot there that gets blocked wide to the corner. Yanni Gourde back after it. Played around here. Turris gets it back. Edmonton keeps it in the offensive zone. Long shot from the point goes wide. Puck down low. DeCord holds the post. Played up here. And that one's down in the corner. So that one gets moved to the middle. Taken up now over the red line and dumped into the offensive zone. Evan Bouchard back after it. Played back now. Seattle back in their own zone. Under 10 minutes now to go in the first period. We just passed the halfway mark. Up into the offensive end. Schwartz with another shot. Patted away there by Koskinen. Up the sidewall now. Edmonton trying to clear. It's kept in by Giordano. His cross-ice dump goes off glass. Good forechecking pressure now coming from the Kraken as that one goes down low. Played here by Wenberg. Trying to work it around into the middle now. That one's stolen by Edmonton. Yamamoto will clear it out. Pass up. Too far in front, and McDavid couldn't play that one cleanly. Sent around now. Played up the sideboards. Jamie Oleksiak gets it over the red line. Getting pressured from behind, but then dumps it into the offensive zone. Sent in behind the net now. Played by Tyson Barrie. Barrie with a long stretch pass up to Yamamoto. Cleared. Dumped it now into the offensive zone. Forechecking pressure coming here for the Oilers as they look to extend their lead. 8:50 now to go in the first. Back out to the point. Long shot in. Yo, Sasha, what is going on? Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Really, really appreciate it. Sent up the wall now. Trying to get it to Eberle there. Back kept in at the blue line. Oilers still on the attack. Cycling in the offensive zone. Draisaitl line out there. Shot in, goes high off the glass, and that's cleared up the sideboards. Taken now. Back with it. Ryan Donato goes back to Vince Dunn in his own zone, and they're going to start the breakout. Yep. I know Jay saw that earlier. Already did the Instagram post about it. So that one gets played now by Duncan Keith. And that one gets rimmed up the wall. And that one's taken now. Derek Ryan dumped into the offensive end. But that's going to be offsides as Warren Fogle was a little bit ahead of the play. And we're going to get a stoppage here. Neutral zone face-off coming up after this commercial break. As we're going to go back to a stoppage here. 2-1 still. Edmonton with the lead in a high-scoring first. And both goals from the Oilers coming from Leon Draisaitl. So we're heading to commercial here. Pretty good pace to this first period so far. And obviously Edmonton getting some offense going. Seattle answered that first goal really well, though. So this game has some good jump to it on both sides. And we'll see. I think, early in the game, I don't think the fact that Seattle played last night is that much of a factor. Early in the game, it's more of the fatigue factor when you get into the late second and third period. We'll see if Seattle can continue to skate with the Oilers for a full 60 minutes, having just played last night. But so far, so good. Both of these teams gotten on the scoreboard. The only difference right now is the power play goal for Edmonton. And Seattle definitely cannot afford to take many penalties tonight because Edmonton's power play is just unreal. So Seattle, I think a big key for them is going to be staying out of the box and having to kill as few penalties as possible. Yo, Sal, what is going on? Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. We got Sal from Behind the Arc Basketball in the chat. If you guys are interested in basketball, he does NBA and college. Awesome content. Welcome in, Sal. Robert, what is going on? Welcome. Thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate it. Yeah, they're in this pack. It's all 32 teams, Sasha. I didn't buy these. This was sent to me from Austin Rogers. Subscriber Austin Rogers sent that to me. I have pennants for all 32 teams. This one is one back now. Oilers dump it into the offensive zone. They try and go back in on the attack here, trying to maintain possession. Seattle trying to work it out. Good pinch, though, from Nurse. Seattle gets it, though. Vince Dunn by the winger. Still can't clear it out, though. Here comes Edmonton. Tucked in. Decord makes a huge save. Good chance there for Darnell Nurse in behind the play. But Decord comes out and makes a big save on the 5-hole attempt. It wasn't that Austin cap. It was Austin Rogers, like I said. Ernesto with the 5. Let's get that dono hype in the chat. $5 dono for Ernesto. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Really, really appreciate it, man. That is awesome. It's an offensive zone face-off here. 7:33 to go. Up into the offensive zone now. Seattle trying to go back in on the attack here. Sent down low. Played here by Duncan Keith. Giordano pinches. Taken now, working around Gord in the offensive zone. Played up here, Warren Fogle. Can't get it by the Seattle forecheck. Good pressure here from the Kraken. Tanev now back to the blue line. Passed over to Alexiak. He sends it back deep. Played down here. Taken by Cody Ceci, and he'll start the breakout. Moved up now under 7 minutes to go in the first period. Taken now by Seattle. And the other way, odd man rush. Cross-ice pass! Just too far in front. Gord tried to get it through there to Yarncroke, but it was just too far in front. Taken up now. Drop pass here. Schwartz with it. Seattle still on the attack in the offensive zone. Brought it right back in. That one's stolen away by taken away by Draisaitl, and Edmonton's able to clear. Moved in now. Trevor with a dono. Let's get that hype in the chat. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Trevor. Really, really appreciate it. Dono hype for Trevor. Let's go. Dropping a dono on the stream. Down in the corner now. Edmonton trying to keep it in the offensive end. That one's cleared right back out, though, by the Kraken. Wenberg into the offensive zone. Trying to cut in here. Backhand chance. That one. Good job holding his crease there by Koskinen. Play to the sideball. Play to the sideboards here. Under 6 minutes to go now in the first period. Big scrum along the sidewall. Puck is tied up. Trying to dig it away. Couple of Seattle guys there. 3 Oilers. Oilers come away with it. Up now, trying to go past Lauzon. Getting through his check. Sending it deep now was Draisaitl. And that one sent right back out, though. Here come the Kraken back the other way with a shot from Geeky. And that one's a nice save by Koskinen. Taken up to the middle now. Around Donato. Over the red line and dumped into the offensive zone. Here comes Tyler Benson. Trying to bring it in. Down low in the corner. Played here now. Donato up back to his defenseman. That is Susi with it. D to D. Now back to Donato and out of the zone. Over the red line. Dumped into the offensive end. He'll peel off for a line change. Hayden with the 1. Let's go. Dono hype in the chat for Hayden. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Edmonton player falls down. Seattle keeps it in the zone. Here's a shot. That one's on the goal line, but the defense pulls it off. What a chance there for the Kraken. They almost tied this game, but Edmonton's defense saves a goal. Now Alexiak into the offensive zone to Tanev. Tanev's shot gets blocked there by Puljujarvi. Up the wall it goes. Spun around there, played past the D and out. Good job there by Edmonton. Puljujarvi takes a hit but gets it into the offensive zone. Played down low now in the corner. Lauzon with a hit. Yanni Gourde takes the puck. And Seattle's going to loft this one up into the neutral zone. Here comes Gourde after it. Down in the corner, he's got Duncan Keith all over him. Down low there, Gourde gets knocked down, taken though by Nathan Bastian. Back to Gourde, he's trying to wrap it around. Puck comes out in front. Zach Hyman steals it away for Edmonton. Here come the Oilers up ice now. Puljujarvi into the offensive zone. Pass over there to McDavid, but it's offsides. And that is going to get whistled down here. We're going to head to the final commercial break of period number 1. Seattle was a couple inches away, but Evan Bouchard pulls it off the goal line before it goes in and saves the goal. It's still 2-1 Oilers. So we head to the final commercial break here of period 1. We got about 4 minutes to go, and it's been an exciting first period here between the Kraken and the Oilers. And man, if the rest of this game keeps up at this pace, we are in for a treat tonight. So thank you guys all so much for being here. Really, really appreciate it. Please don't forget, hit that thumbs up and subscribe. I cover the entire NHL, so fans of all teams are welcome and wanted here. It's really great to have you all in the chat. We have a fun one going. Man, some of these late games, I get tired and it's late and, it is what it is. But, man, I don't think I'm going to be getting tired during this game. This has been up and down the ice. Very fast-paced start to this one. And hopefully that keeps up for the full 60 minutes for sure. No beer tonight. It's been a long day, and I think beer at this point would just make me more tired. But I do have a root beer for the stream, so I do have a drink. I'm going to crack that right now. So, again, thank you guys all for being here. And now a little bit of a root beer stream for this Monday night. I mean, the schedule tonight is very light, Sasha, but the overall schedule isn't too bad this week. James, thank you so much for subscribing. Really, really, really appreciate it. Everybody, let's get some new sub hype in the chat for James, our new subscriber to the channel. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, see you later, Cap. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it. We are back underway. Seattle's trying to work it out of their own zone. Played down low here. Good forechecking pressure from the Oilers, though. Fogle steals it away. Here to Cassian. He tries to get it back deep past Soucy. He takes a big hit there from Carson Soucy. Edmonton, though, able to keep it in for now. Now it ends up back out in the neutral zone. Played up now over the red line into the offensive end. And Vince Dunn's shot there gets deflected by the stick of Cece. That goes up and out of play. 3:17 remaining in the first. It'll be an offensive zone faceoff coming up for the Kraken. Well, there's Monday Night Football every other Monday night, Vernon, and the schedule on Mondays is not usually like this. So I don't really think it had anything to do with Monday Night Football because there's always Monday Night Football, but it's just a weirdly light night in the NHL with only 3 games. As this one gets moved up now, Draisaitl trying to work it out of his zone. Over the red line, dumped in there. Yamamoto going in on the forecheck against Giordano. Draisaitl pinches as well. Working it now. Half wall, long shot in. That one goes wide of the post. Played now. Deep in the corner. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins in there against Giordano. And Draisaitl comes away with the puck on the half boards. He gets worked over by a couple of Kraken, though. And that one's cleared up and back to neutral ice by Donskoy. Oilers maintain possession, though. They try and get it back in. It's stolen away by the Kraken. Here comes Seattle now dumping it deep, but they're going to head off for a line change. That's going to give possession to the Oilers and them a chance to regroup. Tyson Barrie behind the net. 2:10 to go here in the first period. Tyson Barrie deep in his own zone. This one gets passed over and now worked out to neutral ice. Coming up trying to find speed. We got a Kraken player down on the ice. It looks like a penalty call coming up. Seattle's going to get a power play here. It was, I think it was Calle Jarnkrok who was down for the Kraken. It's going to be a delayed penalty against the Oilers. Kraken get the extra attacker out there, but they go in offsides, and this is going to get whistled down anyway as the Oilers touch it. And 1:41 to go in the first period, and Seattle is going to get their first crack at a power play as Devin Shore heads off to the penalty box for high sticking. He got the stick up on, yeah, it was Jarnkrok. Hit him right in the face with the stick there. So that's going to give Seattle their first crack at the power play chance. And Edmonton was successful on their power play opportunity. We'll see if We'll see if the Kraken can answer and tie this game with a power play goal. Yeah, it looks like Chicago's finally going to win a game. Good for them. Finally getting in the win column. It only took them 10 games, but they did it. One back there, Edmonton. Right off of the face-off, clears it all the way down. And a good start to the penalty kill here for the Oilers. John, what is going on? Nathan, what is going on? I'm doing pretty well, Nathan. How are you? Thank you for coming by. Appreciate it. This goes over the red line now into the offensive zone. Donato. He sends it in deep. Eberle goes after it on the forecheck. 1:15 to go in the first period. Sent out in front now. That one's behind the net. Oilers trying to get to it. And they clear it all the way down again. And 40 seconds now have been killed off of this penalty as Giordano takes it back in his own zone. No, Penn's got off to a good start, but they have been struggling over their last few games. So they got to try and get it back on track this week. As that one gets sent down deep into the corner. Played up now, Nugent-Hopkins out of the zone and cleared again by the Oilers. That goes all the way down now, 40 seconds left in the period. There'll be a little bit of carryover time if Seattle doesn't score into the second. Moved up now over the red line and into the offensive end. Vince Dunn leads the rush. He rims it around the ball. Played here, Schwartz back deep, 20 seconds to go in the period. Puck's down in the corner, both teams digging for it. 10 seconds to go here in the first period. Oilers holding on to the 2-1 lead. Seattle on the power play here, trying to even it up, but that one gets stolen away. Here comes Edmonton. They're not going to have enough time to actually get a chance. And the horn sounds. That's going to do it. End of the first period. A very fast-paced first period. Power play time for Seattle will carry over into the second, although it's only, I think, like 20 seconds or so. It's not a significant amount of time. But we are headed to the intermission here. We'll have some time to hang out and chill in the chat while we wait for period number 2 to begin. It is 2-1 Oilers at the end of 1, 20 minutes down, 40 to go. Isaac, what is going on? Welcome. Thank you so much for being here. Really, really appreciate it. Welcome into the stream, everybody. Thank you all so much for watching. Please don't forget, hit that thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't. I cover the entire NHL, so fans of all teams are welcome and wanted here. We have made it to the first intermission between Seattle and Edmonton, and the Oilers have the 2-1 lead. Both of their goals coming from Leon Draisaitl. The second one on the power play put them up 2-1. Seattle's goal was scored by Jaden Schwartz. So as we go to intermission here, it's time to hear from our sponsor, Symbol. So here's a quick word from our sponsor that you guys can learn all about what Symbol is and how you can get started. And I'll be back in a couple of minutes, and we'll have the rest of the intermission to all just hang out and chat while we wait for the second period to begin. But here's a word from our sponsor, Symbol. It's time now to talk about channel sponsor Symbol. This is a sponsorship that I think a lot of you are going to love. Symbol is a stock market for sports that allows you to trade shares of sports teams just like stocks. Just like the stock market, you want to buy low and sell high. You also earn a cash payout every time a team you own wins. You can get started today at www.symbol.com. That's www.symbol.com. And if you use the promo code OTWH when making your first deposit, that deposit up to $100 becomes completely risk-free for the first 90 days. That means you can get your money back for any reason, no questions asked. Symbol is a peer-to-peer market, meaning you buy and sell shares from other players. Share prices fluctuate based on what the market deems the value is. If everyone is selling, the price goes down. If everyone is buying, the price rises. There are two ways to earn money on Symbol. The first is the share price of a team you own rising, and you selling shares at a higher price than you bought them for. just like the shares of a company on the stock market. The other is you earn a cash payout every time a team you own wins a game. You also don't lose anything if the team you own loses, only gain when they win. Symbol is not just for NHL teams either. They have NFL, MLB, NBA, and college football teams available on the market as well. So you can stick to just one sport or diversify your portfolio with teams from all the major sports leagues in the United States. This is truly a site for all sports fans. One of my favorite things about Symbol is it's a less risky alternative to traditional gambling. This is not an all-or-nothing gamble, but more of an investment in a team's future performance. Price might go down one week, but then shoot up the next. In traditional gambling, if you bet on a team and they lose, the money you bet is gone, 100% gone. With Symbol, if a team you own's share price goes down, there is always a chance it can go back up in the future, and that money can be recovered as long as you continue to hold the shares. I myself am using Symbol, and I'm a big fan. I'm very happy to have them as a channel partner. This is a fresh, new, original idea, completely different from anything else going on in the sports world. I know fantasy sports, I know traditional sports betting, but this is totally new and unique, and that makes it really cool to me. Again, go to www.symbol.com to get started, and make sure you use the promo code OTWH, which is the abbreviation for Off the Wall Hockey, to make your first deposit up to $100 risk-free for 90 days, meaning you can get your money back, no questions asked, within that first 90 days of sign-up. Thank you to Symbol for supporting the channel, and now we return to the regular video. Yes, Brandon, stonks. You are correct. Big thank you to Symbol for coming on as a channel sponsor this year. Their support has really helped out an absolute ton. But Brandon is here. Bubsy, both of you, welcome in. Thank you so much for watching. Really appreciate it. We are at the first intermission. Little bit of power play time. Really not much, but a little bit of power play time carrying over for Seattle into period number 2. It is 2-1 Oilers, and that was a fast-paced first period. We will see. We'll see if that keeps up in period number 2. But I just checked, 19 seconds of power play time carries over for Seattle, so that's really not much. So they'll have to do something really quickly in the second if they're going to take any advantage of that. Oilers, both goals came from Leon Draisaitl. So, obviously a really good period for him, and that's got Edmonton in the lead right now. But we're here at intermission. We're just chilling, hanging out, waiting for period number 2 to begin. So we can talk about whatever you guys want. You know, whatever the chat desires. We're just chilling right now while we wait for period 2 action to start up. Very light night in the NHL tonight, so there's really not that much else going on either. Chicago looks like they're about to win their first game finally, but there were only 3 games tonight. Tampa Bay beat Washington 3-2. That game's already over. And Chicago is closing things out against Ottawa in the third period there, and they're finally going to win a game. And then we got this game going on here, and that is it for the NHL schedule tonight. So again, very light night tonight, but we're making the most of it. We've got a good matchup here between the Kraken and the Oilers. It was a good first period, and can't wait to see what the remaining 40 minutes brings us. Looking at the poll that I have in the chat, looks like about 53% of you think that the Oilers are going to win, and 47% have the Kraken. I said at the beginning of the stream, I'm leaning Oilers. I think the Oilers are going to win just based on the fact that, you know, they've started 6-1. They're at home. They're rested. Seattle had just played last night, then had to travel. Seattle's, you know, not as good of a team record-wise. So, like, statistically, it seems like the Oilers should win this game, but we've seen stranger things happen before in the NHL, without a doubt. So it's far from a foregone conclusion. But I'm leaning Oilers in this one, obviously, but we'll see what happens. I mean, there's still a long way to go, a lot of hockey left to be played, and it's only a 1-goal game, so it's certainly still anyone's game at this point. Watching the I'm watching this through ESPN Plus, so I get to choose which broadcast, the home or away, that I want to watch. So I'm watching this through Sportsnet's broadcast of the game, and it's really cool. It's cool to see like Canadian television, because down here in the US we don't get Sportsnet or TSN or anything, so we don't really get to see Canadian broadcasts very much. Yeah, I mean, generally teams on the second half of a back-to-back, Vernon, are tired, and they generally don't perform as well in that second game, especially against a rested team that didn't have to play the night before. Like, if both teams are on a back-to-back, then it kind of evens out, and it just kind of cancels. But the fact that the Oilers did not play yesterday and Seattle did is definitely a disadvantage to Seattle, because they're going to be more tired, especially later in this game. That it usually doesn't have a big effect in the first period, but as you get later into the second and into the third, that's when you really start to see the fatigue have an effect. And I'd love to like go back through the NHL schedule and just look at the record of teams on back-to-backs, like in that second game, and see what kind of how much of a disadvantage it really is. But I can't imagine that the record of teams in the second game of a back-to-back is very good, especially if they're playing a team that isn't playing back-to-back. Again, if they both are, then it kind of cancels. But that's definitely a tough. It's always a tough night on the schedule when you get in a situation like that Seattle's in right now, where they had to play and travel, and the Oilers didn't. Maybe someday, if I have like extra time on my hands where I'm just not really doing anything, I'll go back and look at the schedule and go back, or maybe like last year, and see how teams did on back-to-back nights. I can't imagine it's a very good record. So they're just chilling at intermission. Looks like there's still, like, we're probably only about halfway through this intermission. Oh no, a little more than that. Down to about 6 minutes remaining in the intermission. But we're getting ready for period number 2. Whoa, there we go, Isaac. Thank you for the update. Logan Ryan just got a fumble. Giants take over. Wow. 14-10 Chiefs. So that's actually a really close game. That's a good Monday night game. Giants are hanging in there with the Chiefs. Chiefs haven't been all that, like, to be in a one-score game. I mean, the Giants could win this game potentially. Wow. That's a good Monday nighter. I know some of my friends are watching that Monday night game together, but obviously I'm here streaming, so I told them I wouldn't be there. I hung out with them yesterday, but yeah, that's a solid game for Monday night. Yeah, a lot more turnovers, Vernon. I think the two biggest differences I've seen with the Chiefs this season is that their defense stinks. Like, they never were great defensively, but their defense, like, really stinks this year. and turning the ball over. They've turned the ball over way more this season than they have the last couple. So those are two things that will definitely hurt your record, and they have for the Chiefs this year for sure. But their defense being as bad as it's been is also not helping. Like they were at least a competent defensive team the last few years, but now like this year their defense has just been abysmal. Yeah, honestly, Vernon, I haven't liked the Chiefs at all, so I'm with you on that. I hope everybody. I'm always rooting for whoever's playing against the Chiefs, for the most part. I guess there are a couple teams that I dislike a little bit more, but usually I'm rooting for whoever is playing against the Chiefs. I'm definitely rooting for the Giants tonight. All right, let's see if that Chicago game's gone final yet. Yes, it has. Chicago game is final. They win 5-1. So that game is over. They officially pick up their first win of the season. Chicago Blackhawks officially win their first game of the season. And they are now, 1-7-2 now? 1-7-2 on the year. Well, at least it's a step in the right direction. It is a step in the right direction for Chicago. At least they get one in the win column. Now we'll see if they can build off it. Luciano, what is going on? Welcome in. Thank you for being here. Really, really appreciate it. Good to see you in the chat. Yeah, Vernon, finally a win. All right, looks like we're ready to go here just about for the start of period. Oh, maybe not. No, still a couple minutes away. Almost to the end of the intermission, though, so I might as well set up the scoreboard for the second. Geez, I'm typing like one letter off from all of these. Like, that was dumb. But yeah, scoreboard set up. Second period's coming up here in a couple of minutes. And Edmonton and Seattle, 2-1 games. Still anybody's at this point. We'll see what the next 20 bring us. Seattle can even this thing up, maybe even take a lead, or if the Oilers continue to hold the lead or maybe pull away. We'll find out over these next 20 minutes of action. We got 40 to go here. And what should be an exciting game all the way through, I hope. It's been a solid matchup so far. All right, looks like the poll is pulling a little bit more now in Edmonton's direction. It's up to 54% say Oilers, and down to only 46 thinking that the Kraken win tonight. So we got 70 votes in the poll, and 54% of you think that the Oilers are going to win this one. We'll see. We'll see. I'm also on the Oilers train tonight, but there's still a long way to go. Looks like the teams are out there on the ice getting ready here for the start of period number 2. So, all right, let's go. Less than a minute away from puck drop for period 2. Again, Seattle has 19 seconds of power play time carrying over. That's not very much, so if they're going to do something with it, they're going to have to do it really, really quickly. If not, then obviously Edmonton's going to have killed it off. So we'll see how this one starts up here at puck drop. Devin Shore is in the box, about to be released in just under 20 seconds as these teams line up at center ice and we are getting ready to go. Welcome in, everybody. Thank you all so much for being here. Really, really appreciate it. It is great to have you all in the chat. Don't forget, like and subscribe. I cover the whole league. We are ready. Yanni Gourde against Ryan Nugent-Hopkins on the face-off. Referee making sure the timekeeper's ready to go. He is, and we are underway as the Seattle Kraken win that one back. Second period's begun. Time for one rush on the power play for them before this power play ends. And that one over the blue line, but not able to keep it in the zone. Back to neutral ice. Down to only 5 seconds of power play time. Dumped in there for Tanev. Shot in there. Koskinen with the save as time expires. Shore comes out of the box, and we are back to 5-on-5 hockey. Edmonton's killed it off. Here come the Oilers now into the Kraken zone. And getting knocked down there was Hyman. So he couldn't get a shot off, and now Seattle comes back the other way. Asher, what is going on? Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Here's a bad turnover shot there. That one coming from Schwartz. Koskinen gets a piece of it, and it goes high. Here comes Draisaitl now looking for the Hattie. A save by Decord. Draisaitl got in behind the D. Was going 5-hole for the hat trick, but Decord gets a pad on it. Already a frantic start here to period number 2. So that one gets sent up the wall, passed into the middle. Back out now to the blue line. Edmonton working it around in the offensive zone. Sent back deep and down around to the corner. McDavid pass out in front. That one gets blocked down. Played behind the net now by Puljujarvi as he falls down. Seattle trying to find the puck. Puljujarvi comes in and takes it. Gets it over now. Out to Hyman, out to McDavid. High slot with a shot that goes wide. Played in the corner. Here's Lauzon. Can't get it out as he gets checked down. Bodies flying. Duncan Keith back out to the point. Draisaitl. Now trying to cut in. McDavid drops it off for Draisaitl. Here's a shot. That one backdoor. Duncan Keith scores! Draisaitl's going to pick up an assist and get his 3rd point of the night. But Duncan Keith gets the goal on the back door. And it is 3-1 Edmonton. Not even 2 minutes in to the second period. And I believe that is Duncan Keith's first goal as an Oiler. I believe, because they just went and got that puck. And beautiful play here from Draisaitl. And Keith finds the loose change on the back door. Gets it by Decord. And it is 3-1. Well, the goal scoring hasn't slowed down here in period number 2. We had 3 goals in the first period. We already have 1 here in the second. Not even 2 minutes in, and it is Duncan Keith's first goal as an Edmonton Oiler, assisted by Draisaitl and McDavid, of course. And it's a 3-1 lead now for the Oilers as the Kraken try and bring it into the offensive end. Hard forechecking pressure coming. Ryan Donato in the corner. It's taken away there by Slater Cuckoo. He backhands it up, but Cassian can't get it out. Good pinch from Seattle. Down behind the net now. We got a penalty call coming up. And it's going to be the Oilers headed to the box again. Seattle's going to get another power play chance. So Seattle, who was unsuccessful on their first power play opportunity, is going to get another opportunity here as Slater Cuckoo goes to the penalty box. Looks like it's going to be a hooking call or a slash maybe in on the hands. Wow, there really wasn't much there. I don't even know if he made contact with his hands at all. Either way, they call the penalty, and Seattle gets another power play chance here with Cuckoo in the box. So We'll see if they have a quick answer for this third goal. Here's Yanni Gourde. His shot just ripped wide from the slot. Wow, what a chance there for Seattle right off of the faceoff. Couldn't put it home, though, as they set up now with possession. Offensive zone. Cross-ice pass, Donato. Glove save there by Koskinen. Taken now, Oilers. Dumped into the offensive zone. They send it all the way down. Seattle's power play is 0 for 14 in the last 4 games. That's got to change if they're going to have any chance of beating the Oilers tonight. Got to get the man advantage opportunities going and to be able to take advantage of those opportunities. And taking it here, setting up again in the offensive zone, looking for that power play goal. There's a shot in. That one gets blocked down. Minute 10 of power play time remaining. Trying to take it now down low. Played here by Eberle. Gets it out to the half boards now. Back out to the point. Cross ice now. Donato in the face-off circle on the near side. He's got a couple guys on him. Back out to the point. Kept in there by Giordano. Donato sends it deep. Out here the chance here. Big save by Koskinen with the shoulder. And the pass out in front on the second opportunity gets deflected out of the zone. Seattle's had 3 quality chances on this power play, but they haven't beaten Koskinen yet. As that's cleared all the way down again. 30 seconds to go on the power play. 16:07 left in the second. Vince Dunn now out over the red line into the offensive zone. On the rush here for the Kraken. Looking to bring it into the offensive end and establish possession. Down in the corner here, rimmed around the glass and all the way down, cleared again by the Oilers. Only 10 seconds of power play time left. Seattle's running out of time on this one as it ticks down. Maybe one more rush if they can get it into the zone. Dunn just dumps it. Power play comes to an end. Cuckoo's out of the box and we are back to 5-on-5 hockey. Seattle on the forecheck down low, not able to maintain it. Taken now by Evan Bouchard. He passes it up and out. Taken now into the offensive end, Warren Fogle. He loses it away, though, to Adam Larson and up to Donskoy. Breakout started for the Kraken. Here comes Seattle now into the Edmonton zone, but they lose it off of Schwartz's stick, and the Oilers will take it back. Clearing attempt gets knocked down there, but the Oilers do get it out to neutral ice. Now Nurse into the offensive zone. Just rims it around deep. In behind. Played there, Lausanne. Trying to take it away from McDavid. Oilers keep it in, though. Setting up now with possession in the offensive zone. Under a little over 5 minutes in here to period number 2. Oilers looking to extend the lead to 3 for the first time in this game. It gets taken now. Cleared back. Nurse goes D to D. Down to the half boards. McDavid looking to make a play. Gets it back to Nurse. He goes to the half wall now. Draisaitl. That one doesn't connect cleanly. Up and cleared out now by Seattle. Tyson Barrie takes it. Plays it over now to Nurse. Into the offensive zone. Here comes Edmonton back on the rush. Pass into the middle from Draisaitl. Just rolls off his stick, so he just curls back with it. Still possession, though. Here's Barrie out high. Gets it down low. Pass into the middle. That one deflected away. Adam Larson trying to find it now. Sends it up, and it's going to be another penalty call coming up against the Oilers. Puljujarvi just took down Jeremy Lauzon. This is going to give Seattle another power play chance here. So the Oilers finally touch the puck up. And 13:54 to go in the second. Puljujarvi heads to the box. This is 3 straight penalties against Edmonton. And in short order as well. As he heads off. And it's going to give Seattle another power play opportunity here. And a chance to get themselves back into a 1-goal game if they can take advantage of it, which they haven't been able to yet. All right, so we had the commercial break here. We're just over 6 minutes into this second period. When we get back, Seattle will have the power play. But welcome in, everybody. Thank you all so much for being here. Really, really appreciate it. Please don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't. I cover the entire NHL, so fans of all teams are welcome and wanted here. It's great to have you all in the chat tonight for this Pacific Division matchup Monday night. It's been a fun one so far. And now Seattle, if they can actually do something with these power plays, have a chance to get themselves back in. But they're 0 for 2 on the power play so far. Maybe the third time's the charm, but They need some offense here if they're going to cut this to a 1-goal game. Edmonton up 3-1 now. Also want to give a big thank you to Super Deker for coming on as a channel sponsor this year. Super Deker is an off-ice training tool to work on stick handling, puck control, passing, and more. You can get $25 off with the promo code DEEK of the week, or use the Super Deker link in the description of this video. And big thank you to them for supporting the channel and coming on as a partner. As we come back from commercial break here, Seattle again getting ready for this power play chance, setting up for an offensive zone faceoff. They haven't scored on the power play yet. We'll see if they're able to actually do it this time. So Puljujarvi is in the penalty box for Edmonton. Shots are 12-6 in favor of Seattle. Yet Edmonton has 3 goals on the board and is winning this game by 2. Yeah, not a great showing in goals so far for Joey Decord, and that's hurt Seattle so far. Seattle's struggling to finish some of these chances they're getting as well. As that one now cleared out already on this penalty kill, Seattle will have to go back and regroup. Played up now over the red line and into the offensive ends. Yanni Gourde back to the blue line, setting up now with possession. Minute 35 remaining in power play time. Ryan Donato with it. Traffic in front. Cross-ice pass. Blocker save there by Koskinen getting across. Taken now Eberle. Back to the blue line. Back to Donato on the near side. Good puck movement from the Kraken. Down in the corner. Back to the blue line. Giordano. Now Yanni Gourde. Back to Giordano. Back down in the corner. Over now near side, top of the circle. Donato with it. Looking to make a play, just passes it into the middle. That one's stolen away by the Oilers, and they clear it all the way down. So cleared all the way down there by Edmonton. Line changes coming for both special teams groups. Moved up now. Out and over the red line into the offensive end. Here's Donskoy cutting in. He gets a shot off there. Koskinen makes the save. Cleared again by the PK. 35 seconds of power play time left. Vince Dunn with it. Passes it up to the neutral zone. Gets it back. Now he's just going to curl back and look for another option. 25 seconds to go on the power play. Over the red line. Donskoy into the offensive zone. He spins off a check. Sends it back to the point. Dunn keeps it in. Plays it to the half wall. Played now by Wenberg. Trying to make it here down low. Sent out in front. Deflected away and blocked by the Oilers D. Down to Schwartz down low. Final seconds ticking off this power play. And Puljujarvi's out of the box. We are back to 5-on-5 hockey. Edmonton kills off another one. And it's still a 3-1 Oilers lead. 15 shots now for Seattle to only 6 for the Oilers. But it's Edmonton with the 2-goal lead on the scoreboard. This one gets cleared out now, and here comes Puljujarvi after it on the forecheck. Going into the corner with Larson. Taken now by Dunn. Up the wall. Cleared to the neutral zone. Tanev into the offensive end. Drop pass for Bastian. Bastian with a shot. That one's blocked down by Slater Cuckoo. Taken here, trying to get it down deep. Riley Sheahan. He gets it deep, but to the Oilers, and they clear the zone. Over the red line, into the offensive end. Taken now, McDavid on the forecheck. He can't get it away from Larson. Larson up the wall. Cuckoo pinches to keep it in. Sent out in front there. What a pass from McDavid, but Puljujarvi couldn't handle it cleanly. Oilers now setting up, though, in the offensive zone. Back to Cuckoo, now over Barry. Tyson Barry with it. Just passes it off to the wing. Now back to Barry. Long shot in. That one's blocked away by Adam Larson. Getting in the shooting lane there for Seattle. 10:40 to go here in the second. The Kraken come back the other way. Jeremy Lauzon with a shot. That one pad saved by Koskinen. Throws it in front. Nobody there. Oilers come away with it. Here's McDavid with a ton of speed. Into the offensive zone. Yanni Gourde gets in his way. Good job poking that puck and letting it just ride to the end boards. Now Seattle comes back the other way. Jarnkrok throws it in. Paddled to the corner by Koskinen. Oleksiak leads the charge on the forecheck. Defenseman jumping up into the play. Jarnkrok comes away with the puck. Puck's down in the corner now. Couple guys for both teams after it. Seattle gets possession. That's McCormick. Pass over now. Oleksiak with a shot. That one gets blocked down. That was Soucy. Excuse me. He had changed. So Carson Soucy comes out. Gets a good chance there. Or Oleksiak's playing on the near side. Soucy's on the other side. Taken now. Max McCormick down in the corner. Yanni Gourde down there as well. Good grinding here from this line. Donskoy falls down and loses the puck. Duncan Keith able to pass it up. Gets it to Derek Ryan. Taken now. Donskoy gets it back for Seattle. 9.5 to go here in the second period. So we pass the halfway mark of this game. Oilers trying to clear it out, but Seattle gets it in the neutral zone, brings it right back in. Then the Oilers clear it right back out. Now Fogel's on a break. Warren Fogle into the offensive zone. Pass in front. Just not able to get a stick on it there was Shore. Spin around there. Back down low. Cassian in the corner. Up the boards. Good pinch there from Edmonton trying to keep it in. Cassian will get a line change here. And Seattle's able to get it out. Donskoy, he's been on the ice for a while. Can't maintain possession. Bouchard takes it. Tries to flip it out. Can't, but gets some help. Seattle, though, good job keeping it at the point. Bouchard has to go back after it as Seattle gets a line change. Geo Show, what is going on? Welcome in. Thank you for being here. Yeah, Seattle's power play is really, really struggling this year. Taken up now. Dumped into the offensive end by the Oilers. Seattle trying to quickly send it out. Geekie takes a hit. Donato on the sideboards. Can't clear it. Good job now by Turris getting in the way. Taken, though, by Morgan Geekie, and Seattle will finally clear. They pass it up. Too far in front, but a hard after it there is Giordano jumping into the play. He gets hammered by Darnell Nurse. Seattle maintains possession, though, in the offensive end. 8:05 to go here in the second period. That one is cleared up as Geekie's stick broke. But Edmonton's able to clear it out. Cleared there again, all the way down. Back to his own zone is going to be Adam Larson. That's going to be icing, though, 7:51. No line change here for the Oilers after they ice. It will be an attacking zone draw with tired bodies on the ice. And Seattle's going to get a chance here if they can win this faceoff to get some offense going. A very fast-paced game here. Just first period, up and down the ice they went. Second period's been much of the same. Not a lot of whistles, just a lot of up and down action, good scoring chances. Edmonton is finishing their chances better than the Kraken right now, and that's the difference in this game. Edmonton only has 6 shots on goal, but they've scored on 3 of them. Seattle's got 17 shots. They only scored on 1. As this one now, Tanev into the offensive zone, dumps it deep. Koskinen comes out to play it. Rims it around the wall, but it's knocked down by Yanni Gourde. Gourde sends it back down to the corner. Edmonton sends it back up, and finally Nuge is able to loft it over everybody. Regrouping now are the Kraken. Back in their own zone with 7:20 to go here in the second period. We are past the halfway point of this one. Adam Larson goes D to Lausanne. His pass goes by everybody, and that's going to be an icing call against Seattle now with 7:14 to go. And it will be an attacking zone draw coming up here for the Oilers. Still holding on to that 2-goal lead, up 3-1 here in the second period. 12 Lego, what's going on? Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate it. Good to see you in the chat. Here we go. Push back there. Faceoffs won by Edmonton as they set up in the offensive end. Down deep it goes. Up the wall. Hey, that's a great game, Vernon. Thanks for the update. Pass in front, trying to get on the backhand. Decord makes the save on Nugent Hopkins there. It's back out, though, and kept in by Cuckoo. Good job there at the point by the Oilers, keeping it in the attacking zone. Back again now, Tyson Barrie. Pass down low, now on the half boards. Good drop off there, looking to make a play. Draisaitl. He's just going to spin off this hit. Donskoy's all over him. He tries to pass it in. That's stolen by Yanni Gourde and cleared out. 6.5 to go in the second. Oilers go back to their own zone. Both teams get line changes. Slater Cuckoo's just going to hold it behind his own net now while he waits for a breakout pass. Up through now to the middle to McDavid. Dropped in. That's going to be offsides. They have to try again. D back to Cuckoo. Cuckoo up now. Too far in front of everybody. And that's going to be an icing call against Edmonton, as he was a good 3 feet behind the red line when he tried that pass, and it was way too far in front. So now Seattle gets a crack at an offensive zone draw. 6:07 remaining in the period. Back and forth action we go, up and down the ice here between the Oilers and Kraken. This has been a fun game, as that one gets won and taken out by Edmonton. They clear it to neutral ice. Trying to get possession here, but Seattle doesn't let it happen. They throw it back the other way. No icing on the play. Cuckoo's going to have to go back hard to get it before Schwartz. He rims it up the wall and out to the neutral zone. Now Alexiak's in his own end with McDavid all over him, but he makes a nice D-to-D play. Now up Schwartz into the offensive end, trying to chip it to the middle. Doesn't connect, but Alexiak comes up and keeps it in. Down low now Eberle with it. McDavid steals it from behind. Schwartz comes in, though, and takes it from McDavid. Good pressure here defensively. Chance out in front, trying to tuck it in. Koskinen, what a save! Mikko Koskinen makes a brilliant pad save on the goal line and maintains this lead for Edmonton. McDavid brings it up now, goes down, but can't get the shot off. In the offensive zone, though, Oilers still have it. Duncan Keith pinches, trying to keep it. Can't, though. Good job by Seattle, and Eberle finally gets it out. Played out now to neutral ice. Kassian can't play that one cleanly, but Keith helps him out. Drop pass now, Foegele to Kassian. Kassian just sends it down low. Trying to work it around here. That one's taken by Nathan Bastian of the Kraken, and he gets it out of the zone. Dumped in now, coming back the other way. Foegele gets stood up there, and we get a whistle. And now Kassian against Bastian after the whistle. Now McCormick gets into it with somebody. And we got ourselves a big scrum in front of the Oilers bench. Big scrum in front of the Oilers bench. There really hasn't been any of this in this game. This came out of absolutely nowhere. But we got a big scrum in front of the Oilers bench here. It's finally starting to settle down. Max McCormick got in there for Seattle. Bastian was in there. Of course, Kassian was the main guy for the Oilers that started it. And we get a little bit of action there. We haven't really had any of that in this game, but a little bit of action there as we had to commercial break. We'll see how the penalties shake out here when we get back from this commercial. We are getting late now in the second period. Edmonton holding on to this 3-1 lead. Not a physical game to this point, but just had a little bit of action there to spice things up a bit. So that was fun. No actual fight. Nobody was actually able to get the gloves off or anything, but at least we had a little bit of physicality there. Really up the energy level a little bit, and I don't know, we could definitely see this being 4-on-4 potentially when we come back. I don't know. Obviously, it's at commercial right now, but we'll find out what exactly the penalties shake out to be. Oh, we got a little action in the Monday Night Football game as well, says Red Rubber. Sweet. Yeah, I think it is going to be 4-on-4 because Kassian is in the box for the Oilers, but I think it's going to be McCormick, I would imagine, is also in the box for Seattle. So looks like we're going to get a little 4-on-4 action here. Open the ice up a little bit. This is going to be fun especially with these teams and the speed and the offense available. This is going to be an interesting 4-on-4 here. I would not be surprised if we see a goal in these next couple of minutes, one way or the other. Yeah, it is. So we got the face-off right outside of the Seattle zone here. McCormick is in the box for the Kraken, and Cassian is in the box for the Oilers. I would love to see those two drop the gloves. Those are two guys that certainly know what they're doing with the gloves off. Looks like they needed to get Max McCormick another helmet here, so that's what the delay was. But now they are ready to go, and we're going to have a face-off here. One back by Seattle. We are back underway, and it's taken by Jamie Oleksiak as he tries to push it up now into the offensive zone. Wenberg, drop pass for Yarncroc. Calle Yarncroc with it. 4:25 to go here in the second period. 4-on-4 action for another minute 40. Seattle working around in the offensive zone. Bad pass, though, behind Oleksiak, and that goes all the way back to their end. Spinning it around down low now. Taken here. Here's Draisaitl. Pass out to Nurse. Nurse with a shot. That one gets blocked aside wide. Oilers keep it in, though. Possession in the attacking zone. Draisaitl with a good pass. He's going to get it back, I think. They send it to the middle. They drop it for Dry. Dry pass over. Decord comes across and makes the save. Ozone draw coming up here. Darnell Nurse with the shot. Decord with the save. 3:52 to go in the second. 1:10 remaining in the 4-on-4. Oilers will get the attacking zone face-off. Adam, what's going on? Welcome. Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate it. They're getting close to having to trade for a center, I think, Adam. I mean, they could go with Stevenson as their 1 and Nolan Patrick as their 2, but Vegas is getting in a bad injury situation, or it's been bad, but it's getting even worse now with Carlson out. And I mean, at some point you're gonna have to add a center here, you would imagine, if they keep losing guys like they are. I mean, it's too early in the season to panic, but I mean, they've got major pieces out of the lineup. Like they're gonna have to make a move at some point if they keep losing guys like this. As McDavid takes it now, 2-on-2 up ice. Here come the Oilers. McDavid with Hyman into the offensive zone. That pass gets deflected up too high. Only 15 seconds of 4-on-4 time remaining. And Seattle gets it out to the neutral zone, and they come back the other way. Lauzon rims it around the boards. Koskinen comes out and plays it. He just sends it up the wall. Kept in, though, by the Kraken. Good pinch there from Vince Dunn. 4-on-4 has come to an end. We are back to 5-a-side hockey here. Oilers still holding on to this 3-1 lead. We got 2:27 to go. Chance here. Eberle with a shot from the high slot, and a nice save there by Koskinen. Second period, late stages now. McCormick on the forecheck. Tanev in there as well, but that cross-ice pass gets out for the Oilers. Nurse into the Seattle zone. Pad save there by Decord. Moved across now. Played here. Dumped in by Darnell Nurse. 2 minutes to go here in the second period. Played up now. Forechecking pressure from Edmonton. Trying to keep it in. And it's cleared out by Seattle to neutral ice. Moved up now into the offensive end. Riley Sheahan just dumps it deep. Tyson Barrie takes it for Edmonton. And the Oilers clear it out up the wing. Now into the offensive zone. Good hit there by Soucy. He steals it away from Derek Ryan. And now Seattle can't maintain possession. Oilers get it and throw it back into the Seattle end where the Kraken will play it D-to-D. Worked up now through the neutral zone into the offensive end. Here comes Bastian. Pass out high slot shot. Seattle scores! It's Carson Soucy jumping up into the play. And he makes it a 3-2 game here late in the second. Only a minute 20 to go. And Seattle is back within a goal. And that is a huge goal for the Kraken here as they cut it to a 1-goal game with a minute 20 left in the second period. And if they can have this at 1 goal or maybe even tie it up before the intermission, that would be a big step in the right direction for the Kraken here. Ensuing face-off, one back by Seattle. They bring it right back into the offensive zone. They're trying to tie this game before the break. It's taken now, Edmonton. Pass up and out, Cody Ceci over the red line, dumped into the offensive end. Here comes Nugent Hopkins after it. He'll send it down low. Played there by Yamamoto. We got a penalty call coming up. Yamamoto was tripped down by Wenberg. So Edmonton is going to go to the power play here. Seattle is going to get a whistle as soon as they get possession of this puck. Edmonton working around the offensive zone, though. Penalty still hasn't been blown yet because Seattle hasn't gotten the puck. Back out there, Ceci knocks it down. Back out to the point, Duncan Keith. Pass over to McDavid. McDavid down low. Decord makes a save there. He's going to cover it up. 28.6 seconds left in the second period. And Edmonton is going to go to the power play here as Wenberg heads off for tripping. And that is not what the Seattle Kraken needed after just cutting the lead to one goal, or the lead to one, making it a one-goal game. Now they take a penalty and put the Oilers' power play out there, who already has a goal in this game and is at almost 50% on the season. Not the penalty that the Kraken needed to take. Hey, we got a new subscriber, Gnome. Thank you so much. Really, really appreciate that. Let's get that hype in the chat for Gnome, everybody. Welcome our new subscriber to the channel. Taken now. Final seconds ticking off here. Power play will carry over unless the Oilers score. That one hits the post. Very, very close to an Oilers goal there. Nuge sends it back down low. One more chance if they can get it in front. Oh my God, I thought the Oilers scored. Looks like Decord came across and made the save. Unbelievable. Draisaitl thought he scored too. But Decord comes across and makes the save. Wow. And that is how the second period will end. I thought that was going in, but it doesn't make it across the line. And let's look at the replay of this. McDavid with a pass out to Draisaitl, and no, Joey Decord grabs it with the glove. McDavid put his arms up. That's why I thought they scored. I saw somebody put their arms up on the Oilers, but Joey Decord makes a diving stop on Leon Draisaitl. And that is how we will head into the second intermission. Now, there will be plenty of power play time. About a minute and a half of power play time for the Oilers to start the third period. So they still have a chance here to make good of this power play chance and extend the lead back to 2. But anyway, we are going to the intermission now. Edmonton's lead has been cut to 1. It is a 3-2 lead for the Oilers over the Kraken. We have 40 minutes down and 20 to go. This is going to be a big, big third period coming up. So don't go anywhere. But we've got some time to hang out and chill in the chat now while we wait for period number 3 to begin. Really, really appreciate everybody being here and watching tonight. Thank you so much for the support. Please don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't. I cover the entire NHL, so fans of all teams are welcome and wanted here. I'll be streaming as much as I can all season long and bringing you hockey content covering everything NHL, all 32 teams. So, again, we'd love to have you become part of the community, and thank you so much for stopping by tonight. We got ourselves a heck of a hockey game here between Edmonton and Seattle. 3-2 game heading into the third. Edmonton, had that 2-goal, was up 3-1, but then they let the Kraken get back into it late with that late second period goal, and all of a sudden, this still feels like anybody's game. Still feels like anybody's game. With 20 minutes to go. And we'll see what Edmonton can do on this power play. If they can score again on the power play and go back up by 2, that will be a real big boost for them. But if Seattle gets the next goal of this game and ties it up, we could be in for a wild ending here. Awake Canadian, thank you so much for subscribing. Really, really appreciate it. Can we get some new sub hype in the chat for Awake Canadian, a new subscriber to the channel. Give them a warm welcome in the chat. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Very much appreciated. Looking at the poll now as more people have gotten votes in. We're up to 98 votes in the poll. 61% of you think that the Oilers are going to win, and 39% say the Kraken. Again, like some of you may not have been here at the beginning of the stream, I said I thought that the Oilers would probably win tonight. So you guys, the majority of you guys agree with me. But we'll see. Kraken are still very, very much in this game. This one is far from over. Far from over. Oh yeah, Awake Canadian says go Oil. Obviously rooting for the Oilers tonight. And I figured that most Canadians, I mean, except for maybe Flames fans, I think most Canadians would be rooting for Edmonton in this game. But Flames fans probably aren't. Maybe Vancouver fans aren't as well. Although Vancouver doesn't really want either of these teams getting points, but Vancouver fans might not be rooting for Edmonton either. But we're gonna have a really fun third period coming up here. A really fun third period. Wow. I'm excited for what this final 20 minutes is going to bring us. Bella, what is going on? Welcome in. Thank you for being here. Appreciate it. Good to see you in the chat. Thanks for stopping by. Think if Nate Schmidt and Jeff Skinner had a son. Oh, wow. That's the first time I've heard that. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but that's the first time I've heard that. Somebody last year said that I looked like Chris Wagner, but I really don't think I do that much. And then everyone else was like, no, not really. Didn't agree. But if Nate Schmidt and Jeff Skinner had a son, that's an interesting one. I like it. That's a new one. I like it. That shakes things up a little bit. So Red Rubber, Vernon, you guys in the chat, what do you think the accuracy on that is? Definitely, I think probably better than the person who said that I looked like Chris Wagner, because I really don't think I do. But what do you guys think about the Schmidt Skinner child that I look like? Hang on. Let me look at Nate Schmidt here. Yeah, I can see a little bit with Schmidt. I definitely see the Jeff Skinner. Yeah, I definitely see the Jeff Skinner, especially with the stubble. Like when Skinner has the same facial hair as like I do right now. I definitely see the Jeff Skinner. Actually, Jeff Skinner and I also have similarly shaped faces. We have the point, it like comes down to like a pointy chin. We have like kind of the same jawline. I definitely see the Jeff Skinner. Absolutely. Yeah, I see the Jeff Skinner a lot, Red Rubber. Skinner and I have pretty similar shaped like jawlines. His chin is a little more pointier than mine. Mine's a little bit wider, but like where the jaw comes down here is very much the same shape with me and Jeff Skinner. So I do see that quite a bit. I wonder how it changes if I take my glasses off. I wonder, do I look more like Skinner now with my glasses off? Because that might make me look even more like them. I can't read the chat now, of course. Well, actually, I can kinda. It's blurry, but I can make out the words. I would not want to do a whole stream without my glasses, though. I definitely wouldn't be reading well. But I can kind of see. I definitely see the Jeff Skinner 100%. All right. Before my eyes start hurting and begging me to put them back on, I'll just put my glasses on. But yeah, we're just chilling here in second intermission, waiting for period number 3 to begin, and we're gonna have a heck of a third period coming up here. 1-goal game. Edmonton on the power play, trying to extend the lead. Kraken trying to kill it off, keep it a 1-goal game. They're looking for the game tying goal. They were down by 2. They made it a 1-goal game late in the period. Like, this is a big third coming up. Divisional matchup. Big points on the line. I am excited. This game's going to go till like midnight, but I don't care. This is exciting, exciting stuff. I am ready to go for this third. It's a shame, like, intermission's going to feel like it's taking forever because I'm so jacked up for this third period. Yeah, there's still like half the intermission left. All right, so I'm watching the Sportsnet broadcast. I'm in the United States, so I don't get to see Sportsnet very often, but I'm watching this on ESPN+. So I'm watching the Sportsnet broadcast. Can somebody who knows, or especially if you're from Canada, who is the host of the intermission show on Sportsnet with the long curly hair? Because that dude looks like an absolute boss. I want to know that guy's name. The long curly hair that hosts intermission on Sportsnet. Because that guy looks like an absolute boss. I kind of wish that we had him working down in the U.S. here. Like, that guy could replace Steve Levy on ESPN any day of the week, in my opinion. I gotta find out this guy's name. All right, I'm gonna look it up. Let's see, Sportsnet, NHL intermission host. No. Bro, does this article have pictures? Please have pictures. Nope. Bro, I'm trying to figure out who this guy is. It must be like a regional one. He might be just for the Oilers, maybe. Hang on. I'm doing some digging here at the intermission, trying to figure out some research here. Studio hosts. It's not Ron McLean. I know who Ron McLean is. Bro, is this guy new and like not listed here? Oh, I know who I can ask. Wow, Chiefs are up by 3 with 107 left. Thanks for the update, Vernon. Yes, Bob, the Hawks finally won a game. They destroyed Ottawa tonight 5-1. But they finally won a game. Yes. Wow, I don't know why it's so hard for me to find this information. All I want is this guy's name that's hosting the intermissions tonight. And I'm like digging all around Twitter now trying to find it. I give up. It's too late for research. I give up. We're getting ready for the third here. Oilers will have about a minute and a half of power play time when we get into the third period, and we'll see if they can take advantage of it, or if Seattle's finally able to kill one off. It'd be a brutal goal for Seattle to give up if they go back down by 2. It would also be a big kill for Seattle if they're able to kill it off and, maybe, use that momentum to go down and try and tie things up, get this goal back. I don't know who any of these guys on the intermission panel is on Sportsnet right now. All I want to know is who's this guy on the left. Maybe he's just like the Edmonton Oilers intermission host. List. Chiefs are hanging on, Red Rubber. Damn. What's going on, Edited? Welcome in. Yeah, it's been a great game. It has been a great game. Yo, what's up, Avi? Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Really, really appreciate it. Great to see you in the chat. Thank you so, so much. Yeah, Edmonton's got the 3-2 lead here. They have about a minute and a half of power play time that's going to carry over to start the period. And we are ready to start the period. Wenberg's in the box. All right, here we go. Third period. Let's go. This is a big one. Seattle down by a goal. Edmonton up 3-2. And we'll see if they can extend that lead and hold on for the win, or if Seattle has something to say about that. But welcome in, everybody. Thank you all so much for being here. That felt like a pretty long intermission, but we are ready to go. So excited to get the action back underway. Please don't forget to drop that thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't. I cover the entire NHL, so fans of all teams are welcome and wanted here. We are lining up for the face-off. Riley Sheahan against Leon Draisaitl. And that's kind of a stalemate off the draw that eventually Seattle comes away with into the offensive zone. Shot! And that one just ripped wide. Shorthanded chance. Just like that for the Kraken. And now the Oilers will try and get their power play going. Pass into the middle now. Over to Draisaitl on the sideboards. 1:10 remaining on the power play. Barry to McDavid. McDavid back to Nuge. Over to Draisaitl with a shot. Saved there by Decord. Back out now. Barry keeps it in at the blue line. Puljujarvi sends it around to Draisaitl. Back out here. Barry plays it. He goes over to McDavid now. Backdoor pass too far in front of Draisaitl. He maintains possession off the wall. Works it now. Sends it back now to Nugent Hopkins. Back out to the point. Barry's absolute bomb gets blocked. And that goes out to the neutral zone. Oilers have to try and bring it back in. Seattle doesn't make that easy for him. 30 seconds to go on the power play. Spun around and dumped in there. Nugent Hopkins goes after it in the corner. Trying to get it in deep. Seattle trying to clear it out. Looking to kill this penalty. That one cross ice, though. Here they go. Backdoor. That one just doesn't connect. Can't get it on goal. Spin around now. Final seconds of the power play now. Starting to come down to it here. 5-4. Chance out. High slot. Shot there and a save by Decord as the power play comes to an end. And we are back to 5-on-5 hockey. The Kraken kill it off. Puljujarvi trying to keep it in the offensive zone now. Draisaitl goes to the bench. Played now. Lauzon starts the breakout for the Kraken. Over the red line. Dumped into the offensive zone. 18:05 to go here in the third. Seattle trying to tie it up. Edmonton looking to hold the lead. Here's Carson Soucy. He has a long shot in that gets blocked down in front. Rebound found by Donskoy, but he lofts it up over the bar. Seattle finds it, though, and they keep it in the attacking zone. Down in the corner. Played up here. Seattle's all over it. Here's Wenberg. Tries to pass it to the middle. That's stolen away, though, by Edmonton. They bring it up and out of the zone. Dumped into the offensive end. That goes into the glove of Decord, and he's going to cover it up. It will be an attacking zone draw coming up here now for the Oilers. 17:31 to go in the third period here. And that was a big penalty kill for the Kraken as they keep it a one-goal game. Big penalty kill there. So they keep it a one-goal game, and they are still very, very much in this. They've played a good game tonight. They've actually outplayed the Oilers. The Oilers have just outfinished them. That's been the biggest difference. But here comes Eberle on a break, and Koskinen makes the save. Jordan Eberle gets in behind the defense and goes in on a breakaway. But again, no finish for the Kraken. As he got by, was that Ceci? And he got by Cody, or no, that was Duncan Keith. He got by Duncan Keith there, but then he flubbed the shot into Koskinen. And again, the lack of finish here hurting the Kraken. And they are still down by one, despite having much higher quality chances here than the Oilers, and also outshooting the Oilers 21-14. Mike and Julie, what's going on? Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate it. Great to see you in the chat. Kyle Turris dumps that one in. Oilers trying to work it around the offensive zone. Now backdoor. Turris scores! What a pass! And Kyle Turris gets his stick down in front of the net and puts it by the pad. of Joey Daccord. I think that was Devin Shore with the pass. Beautiful play for the Oilers. They finish it off, and it's 4-2. What a passing play there, as Shore throws it through the defense in front of the net and finds Kyle Turris uncovered on the near side post. Goaltender can't get over in time, and the Oilers go back up by 2 here. 17:03 to go in the third, and they have a they have a multi-goal lead once again. Daniel, what is going on? Welcome in. Great to see you in the chat. Thank you so much for being here. Here come the Oilers right off of the face-off. Oleksiak gets back, though, defensively, breaking up that play. Oilers forecheck, trying to go after him. Not able to get it, though, and the Oilers clear it out. Here's Yamamoto back into the offensive end. Down deep there. Played again by Oleksiak to Riley Sheahan. Trying to start a breakout. Up the wall to Max McCormick. McCormick over the red line. And he tries to drop it off for Bastian, but that's going to be offside as that came out out of the zone and into the neutral zone. And that's going to be a face-off coming up here right outside of the Edmonton end. So Edmonton gets the 2-goal lead back on a beautiful passing play from Devin Shore to Kyle Turris. Turris just keeps his stick on the ice where it belongs. Has a tap-in goal on the back post. It was the back post for the play. It was the near side post if you're watching. But beautiful, beautiful play there. And the Oilers regain the lead. Or regain the multi-goal lead. They've had the lead, but they regain the multi-goal lead. As this one is taken now, Larson sends it up. Played there now, and Seattle dumps it in. Brian, what's going on? Thanks so much for stopping by. Really, really appreciate it. Great to see you in the chat as always. Here comes Edmonton now out of their zone. 3-on-2 up ice into the offensive end. More of a 3-on-3 as Tanev gets back. Lauzon absolutely hammers down an Oiler there. Trying to get it out in front. Long shot in. That one doesn't connect. That was Lauzon with a big hit on Puljujarvi. And now Lauzon's going to head to the penalty box. And I don't think it was for the hit. I don't think this penalty was for the hit. But Lauzon does pick up a penalty here. Edmonton's going to go to the power play. And already up by 2. This is not a good time to be taking penalties if you're the Seattle Kraken. It is an interference penalty against Lauzon. That hit was definitely not interference because Puljujarvi touched the puck. Oh, Puljujarvi lost his stick and Lauzon took his stick and pushed Puljujarvi's away from him. So that is an interference call for him knocking the stick away from Jesse Puljujarvi. And that's going to put the Oilers on the power play here. So kind of a completely needless penalty there for Jeremy Lauzon, knocking the stick away from Puljujarvi when it was on the ice. And that's going to give this Oilers power play another opportunity as McDavid brings it in with speed, but Adam Larson deflects that one up into the netting. And then he and McDavid have a little bit of a laugh after that play. Obviously, longtime teammates in Edmonton. And Larson got his stick right in the way there as McDavid tried to take that shot. And it goes up and out of play. And you see the old teammates having a laugh after that one. As Edmonton now trying to set up in the offensive zone. Back off of that face-off. 1:25 to go on the power play. Jamie Oleksiak backhands it up and Seattle clears. Here come the Kraken now trying to go shorthanded. They get caught up ISO as Edmonton steals the puck. Back the other way. 4-on-3 into the offensive zone. That one just sent wide. Oilers have it though. McDavid, face-off dot. Out to the top of the circle on the far side. That shot gets blocked. Oilers keep it in though. Still a minute of power play time left. 14:42 to go here in the third. Taken by McDavid on the half wall. He's looking to pass it back out to the point. Barry with a shot. Just gets deflected wide. Oilers keep possession, setting up in the offensive zone. Larson blocks that one down. Oilers come back and keep possession, though. 40 seconds to go. Working it around now. Back to McDavid. McDavid doesn't have a shooting lane. Goes back to Barry, then gets it right back. Now he loses it. Connor McDavid, too much stick handling. You don't see that very often. Just loses it off his stick. And Seattle clears it all the way down the ice. Time for one last rush here for Edmonton. 15 seconds to go on the power play. Into the offensive zone they come. Under 14 minutes remaining here in the third. And that one's cleared right back out there by the Kraken. And the final seconds now ticking off the power play clock. That is going to do it. Seattle's killed another one. Keeping this game somewhat within reach for them. As that pass is too far in front of Cassian. And back to 5-on-5. That's going to be icing against the Oilers. And Seattle will now have an offensive zone faceoff coming up with 13:36 to go here in the third period. Some chances there for Edmonton, especially that deflected shot in front, but it just went wide. Right off the outside of the goal there. Very, very close to almost a hat trick for Draisaitl there. But just went wide. Taken now, Seattle off the draw. In the offensive zone, pass through the middle. That one doesn't connect with anybody. Giordano keeps it in. Schwartz down low. Checked there by Nurse. Trying to work it out now. Edmonton up the wall, taken by Morgan Geekie. Seattle with the offensive end, but he loses it. Kyle Turris steals it. Taken now by Cassian. Turris gets it back at the red line into the offensive zone. Cross-ice pass there, deflected away. And Seattle's going to take it now, and they'll start the breakout. Under 13 minutes now to go in the third. A little early to be watching the clock, but it's definitely a factor here. 2-goal game. And Seattle needs some offense. Taken out now. Played down low here. Donato around in the offensive zone. Sends it low. Taken there. Duncan Keith to the near corner. Trying to get it to Bouchard. That one's kept in, though. Good pinch from Soucy. Carson Soucy. Keeping it in. Trying to move it to the middle. That one goes in the skates. And Kraken come away with it still. Possession for Seattle. Wenberg sends it deep. Donato down low. Looking for a pass out in front. Oilers aren't giving him much. He has to go back to Alexiak at the point. Long shot in there, gets blocked out. Here come the Oilers back the other way. 2-on-2. Oleksiak with a big hit there on Derek Ryan. Knocks him down in front of the Seattle bench. Seattle comes in trying to get some more help. But Oilers come away with possession as line changes are made by both teams. 11:45 to go here. Edmonton has 4 goals on the board, but only 17 shots. Joey Decord, not the best night in goal for him. You know, not a high save percentage for him in goal. Seattle's got 22 shots, but they've only got 2 shots in the net. And that's going to be whistled down here. Offsides entering the zone, and we are going to head to commercial break. So we're down to about 11 minutes to go. 11:26 to be exact. The Oilers have a 2-goal lead. They lead 4-2 here over Seattle in the third period. Seattle running out of time here as we head to our first commercial break of the third. But welcome in, everybody. Thank you all so much for watching. Really, really appreciate it. Terry, it's good to see you in the chat. Thank you so much for coming by. Remember to please hit that thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't. I cover the entire NHL, so fans of all teams are welcome and wanted here. Also, I want to give a big thank you to our channel sponsor, Super Deeker. You can get $25 off with the promo code Deek of the Week or use the Super Deeker link in the description. It's an off-ice training tool to work on stick handling, puck control, passing, and more. Great for the hands. And big thank you to them for supporting the channel and coming on as a sponsor. So, obviously, the clock is starting to tick a little bit here. If you're Seattle, you're down by a couple. They got to get the offense going if they're going to forge some sort of comeback here. For the Oilers, you've got a 2-goal lead in the third. The big thing is just don't blow it. Another insurance goal would certainly help Edmonton, but I think their main focus at this point has to just be, not sit back and just play defense, because that's not a smart thing to do either, but you want to just be smart with the puck, make the simple but effective play, and just, make sure that you don't give up anything dumb. Like, don't be giving up 2-on-1s. Don't be giving up breakaways. Like, just be smart with the puck and make the good, intelligent plays here for the rest of this period, and you're going to hold on for the win. So we'll see how it goes for these two teams as Edmonton dumps it into the offensive zone. We are back from commercial break, and that one, Seattle now trying to work it out. Tanev with it. Passed up the middle. Knocked down. Here comes Yanni Gourde into the offensive zone. 2-on-2 here. Cross-ice pass. That one gets deflected a little high. Thrown in front. Ends up behind the net, and the Oilers take it. So they clear it out of their zone back to neutral ice. Gourde gets possession, though, back for Seattle. Brings it right back in. They can't maintain it, though. Oilers come back the other way. Puljujarvi dumps it deep. Line change coming here for Edmonton. Seattle goes back to regroup in their own zone. Played up now. Lauzon with a pass to Soucy. And that's taken now. Here comes Seattle into the offensive zone. Shot in there by Donskoy. That's deflected by the defenseman's stick. Good job there by Tyson Barrie. And Seattle now will have to try and set back up in the attacking zone. Falling down there, sending it low. Wenberg with it. He's got a couple guys all over him. Squirts out in front. Koskinen has to dive out and cover that with the glove. 10:20 to go here in the third. It'll be an offensive zone faceoff coming up now, though, for the Kraken. 10:20 remaining in the third period. Seattle trying to push here. Trying to get this, 1 goal at a time, tied back up. But that one's cleared out by Edmonton after they win the defensive zone draw. Now the Oilers into the attacking end. Draisaitl with it. He's got 2 goals in this game. Looking for the Hattie. Would love the insurance marker. That pass doesn't connect, though. Here comes Seattle back the other way. Into the offensive zone. Eberle, cross-ice pass. Wenberg fans on it. The puck was bouncing. Taken now by Nugent Hopkins. That one deflected off a stick up into the bench, though, of the Oilers. And that's going to come back to the Edmonton end. Seattle will get another attacking zone face-off coming up. But that'll be after this commercial break. We've got 9:52 remaining in the third. We've got less than half a period remaining. And the Kraken need a couple. We'll see if they have it in them or if the Oilers are able to hold on here. Commercial break, just past the halfway mark of the second period. And Edmonton up 4-2. This is a big final 10 minutes here for Seattle to see if they can come back, tie this up, at least get a point out of it. Or if Edmonton holds on and continues their very, very strong start and goes to 7-1 on the year. They're in good shape right now. They just got to hold it. It is 11:42 p.m. here on the East Coast. 11:42. So we are pushing midnight here, but we're not quite there yet. We've still got a half a period to go in this one. We come back from commercial break now. Seattle will have the offensive zone faceoff. Wenberg tries to win it back. He does. Setting up now in the offensive zone. Vince Dunn back down deep. Played around here. Eberle can't get to it. Now Wenberg and Duncan Keith go at it in the corner. And Edmonton's able to get that puck and clear it out. Cassian on the pressuring Dunn on the forecheck. Goes after Giordano now. Finishes his hit. It's going to be an offsides, though, as he finished his hit as Edmonton stole the puck, but he had to get out of the zone. So now Seattle's back regrouping. Played up here through the middle. Over the logo at center ice, and Wenberg into the offensive end. He backhands it around. 9:15 left here in the third period. Seattle trying to get it in the offensive zone. Oilers trying to clear it out. That one goes past the D. Giordano can't keep it in. Edmonton looking for a line change. Duncan Keith steals that away from Brandon Tanev. Played down low now. Ceci back to Keith. Getting pressured behind the net. He goes up the wall to Cassian. Cassian gets it out of the zone. He backhands it up now over the red line, and the Oilers can't maintain possession, though, as Seattle gets it back and brings it back through neutral ice. Here comes Yanni Gourde into the offensive end. Big hit there and out in front. Big pad save by Koskinen. Gourde stole the puck and got it to Tanev, but Koskinen robs him. Now Edmonton back the other way, 3-on-2 in the offensive zone, and that pass for McDavid too far in front of him from Puljujarvi. That one doesn't connect. Puljujarvi gets it back, though. Cycling in the attacking zone. Back out to the point. Here's a shot from Nurse. That one gets blocked down. Rebound chance just ripped wide. Sent back now. Edmonton setting up in the offensive zone, looking for an insurance marker. We have a broken stick for one of the Kraken. That's Calle Jarnkrok. Taking now Edmonton, working it around in the offensive zone. They know that a Kraken player doesn't have a stick. Chance out in front. Decord makes a huge save. Zach Hyman gets the puck all alone in front on the doorstep. Beautiful pass. But Decord absolutely robs him and keeps this a 2-goal game. That was a huge, huge save there for Seattle. Puljujarvi with an awesome backhand pass. But Hyman couldn't finish it off. Decord absolutely robs him. And that's cleared out now. Seattle back through neutral ice. Taking Oleksiak's pass to the middle is stolen. Here come the Oilers back the other way. Yamamoto! Yamamoto tucks it! What a play! Oleksiak with a bad turnover in the neutral zone. And then Draisaitl gets the puck to Yamamoto, who tucks it 5-hole on Decord. It's 5-2 Oilers, and that probably just sealed this game. Big goal there for Edmonton. That is the insurance marker. Makes it a 3-goal lead. And Draisaitl with a great pass to Yamamoto, who goes backhand, forehand, and tucks it between the legs of Joey Decord. And that is going to probably finish this game off with 7.5 to go. It is now a 3-goal lead for the Edmonton Oilers. Taking now Seattle in a deep, deep hole. Pass up ice, too far in front, doesn't connect, and that's going to be icing. 7:15 remaining in the third. It's going to be an icing call against the Kraken. It comes right back down to their zone. Oleksiak with a brutal backhand pass. That's a turnover there in the neutral zone and directly leads to the Yamamoto goal. And that was a pretty tough play there for Jamie Oleksiak. As that's back now. Oilers trying to set up in the offensive end. Fourth line on the ice. Benson with a shot. And a save there by Decord. Back now. 7 minutes to go as the Kraken can't keep possession there. And Oilers get it back, regrouping. Deflected into the offensive end. Kraken send it right back out, though. Here's Wenberg over the red line. Up into the offensive zone. Backhanded away by Duncan Keith and back out to neutral ice. Played now here. 8:42 to go. 6:42 to go. I I don't know why I said 8 there. So that's a 6. Remaining here in the third period as the clock winds down, and it is a big problem now for the Kraken. That puck is under a pile of bodies. Järnkrok trying to come away with it. Oilers get it out, though. Good flip up there from Shore. Now Turris knocks it deep into the offensive zone while a line change happens for Edmonton. Seattle trying to work it out of their end. Here's Lauzon. He takes a big hit there from Foegele. Tanev is able to clear it out. But then it's kicked up into the bench area in the neutral zone, and that's going to be a stoppage. And a whistle here. 6:08 remaining in the third, and neutral zone faceoff coming up. Shots are 25-20 in favor of the Kraken, but the Oilers lead where it counts, 5-2, with 6:08 to go. Kraken with it now, trying to bring it into the offensive end. They dump it in, but Evan Bouchard's the first one back. Cleared out now. Edmonton gets it up, and that pass too far in front from Cassian to Ryan. And that's going to be an icing call against the Oilers in an offensive zone faceoff now for Seattle. Under 6 minutes now to go in the third. Hey, what's up, Pablo? Welcome in. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching. Really, really appreciate it. I mean, Edmonton scored the fourth goal pretty early on in this period. But the fifth goal just happened. He just missed the fifth goal. As here's a cross-ice pass. Giordano in front! That one goes through the crease, but nobody's there for Seattle. Edmonton clears it back to the neutral zone. Kraken bring it right back in. Another one through the middle there. Nobody home. Back down deep by Eberle. 5.5 to go in the third. Sent in front here. Here's Jordan Eberle. He just shoots it up high over the bar. Here's Cassian now for the Oilers out of the zone. Pass up there to Ryan. It gets stolen away, though, by the Kraken D. Here they go. That one for Schwartz. Backdoor is too far in front. Doesn't connect. Taken now. Oilers clear it out. Back to neutral ice. Glove down there by Seattle. Line change is coming. Here comes Schwartz into the offensive end. Threads a pass through, but it hops over the stick of Eberle. 5 minutes to go now in the third. Cleared up now. It would be a miraculous comeback at this point for Seattle. I don't know if they can do it. Taken back. Bouchard up and out to McDavid. Through the neutral zone into the offensive end. Here's a chance now. Hyman tries to tuck it in, and Decord makes the save. Covers it up here with 4:37 to go. And it's going to be an offensive zone faceoff coming up now for the Oilers. But a big save there to stop a 6th goal from going in by Joey Decord. As we head to the final commercial break of this one. Final commercial break here. And Edmonton right now looks like they're probably going to finish this one off up by 3. Jorge, what is going on? Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Really, really appreciate it. Good to see you in the chat. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you, everybody, for watching tonight. It was a good one. Seattle and Edmonton out in the Pacific Division. Glad that everyone could stop by. Thank you all so much for supporting. And please don't forget, hit that thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't. I cover the entire NHL, so fans of all teams are welcome and wanted here. And it's great to have each and every one of you in the chat. Thank you all so much. I'll be back streaming tomorrow night. We'll be doing an 8 p.m. Eastern start time between the Dallas Stars and the Winnipeg Jets. And this will be my first time getting a chance to do Winnipeg this season. So another team getting streamed for the first time tomorrow. Going to be interesting to see how the Jets do in a Central Division battle with the Dallas Stars. Haven't done Dallas since the opening weekend of the season either. So 2 teams that we haven't seen in a while. And it's going to be a fun one tomorrow night, 8 p.m. I'll be live for that. And we'll see how that one goes. But thank you all for being here tonight. And stopping by, watching, enjoying the game. And I really, really appreciate it. Oh, there you go, Pablo. That sounds good. That sounds really good. All right, we are back now from commercial break. 4.5 to go in the third. Seattle trying to work it out of their zone. They get it up now to neutral ice. Dumped into the offensive end. Pressure coming here from Seattle's fourth line. Big hit behind the net there by Max McCormick, and the puck turns over. Bastian keeps it in. Trying to work it down low. McCormick now in the corner. He gets knocked down, but Sheahan keeps it in. Long shot now from the point. That one's blocked down by Edmonton. Back the other way now. Here come the Oilers. 3-on-3 up ice. Stolen away by Jeremy Lauzon. He throws it down the ice, and no icing as it doesn't reach. Oilers play it back the other way. Puljujarvi dumps it deep and will head off for a line change. Carson Soucy back to get it with Nugent Hopkins all over him. Seattle comes away with the puck, though. D-to-D play here from Larson. Soucy skates it out. Gets it up to the middle. Järnkrok goes back. Here's Oleksiak coming on the line change. Dumps it in deep. Played behind the net by Koskinen up the wall, but it's knocked down by Tanev. Tanev looking to get some offense going here. Passes it to Schwartz. Back out to the point now. Deflecting! Koskinen gets a piece of it! Great deflection there from Tanev, but Koskinen gets a piece of it. Now the Oilers back the other way. Draisaitl trying to thread the pass through. That one doesn't connect. Goes off a skate, and Seattle gets the puck. 3 minutes now to go in the third. Kraken out of their zone. Line change coming for the Oilers. Oleksiak dumps it in. High off the end boards. Played now. Eberle can't find it, and that's taken by Edmonton. They clear it out. Oilers over the red line. Dumped in behind Decord. Devin Shore, fourth line out there now for Edmonton. Thrown in there. That one deflected. Saved by Decord with the pad. Out in front from Benson. Stolen away by the Kraken. Here comes Schwartz up ice. Looking to go around the D. Evan Bouchard's on him. He and Bouchard go hard into the corner. Taken though here. Get some help and the Kraken come away with it. D-to-D pass. Long shot in. All alone in front and a pad save there by Koskinen. Taken now, Edmonton. 2:10 to go here in the third. Kraken are pretty much out of time to score 3 goals. They would need 3 really, really quick ones. Oilers just holding on here, watching that clock bleed down. Looking to start their season 7-1. Only a couple minutes away. Played here by Cassian. Back out, long shot. That one deflects just wide of the post. Kraken get to the rebound. It's Adam Larsson. He gets hit there by Fogle. Played now by Lauzon. He backhands it up, but Cassian keeps it in. Moves it to the middle. Played now by Fogle. Edmonton keeping it in the attacking zone. Seattle certainly can't come back if they're stuck in their own end. 1.5 to go. No, I mean, this game's over at this point. Seattle's not scoring 3. 1:20 remaining here. Forechecking pressure still coming hard from the Oilers. And Seattle finally gets it out to the neutral zone. Oilers maintain possession, though, just watching that clock bleed down. Line changes for both teams. Dumped in there. Glove down by Oleksiak. Benson with a hit. Now it's taken by Shore. Edmonton tries to go backdoor to Turris. Worked up now. Donato off the boards and out of the zone. 50 seconds to go in the third. This one is just about done. Seattle can't bring it in. They bring it up now. Cross into the middle. Shot there from McCormick and a save by Koskinen. He'll cover it up with 38 seconds to go. It'll be an offensive zone faceoff coming up for the Kraken, but far too little, far too late. As they have Edmonton Oilers are less than a minute away from starting their season 7-1-0, which is tied for the best start in franchise history, which has been done many times by the Oilers. They just had a graphic of, I think this is the 5th time that Edmonton started the season 7-1-0 in their franchise's history. But nonetheless, very, very impressive. They've been a great team out of the gate here so far in 2021-22. Seattle tries working something in the offensive zone here, but it's cleared back to neutral ice. 10 seconds to go in this game. And looks like Seattle's just going to hold it and watch that clock bleed down. This game is over. Oilers fans giving their team a standing ovation here as the clock ticks to 0. The horn sounds, and this one is done. The Edmonton Oilers have defeated the Seattle Kraken 5-2 and pick up a big win here tonight, raising their record to 7-1-0 to start the year. And that's going to do it, everybody, for this one. Thank you guys all so much for watching. Really, really appreciate it. Don't forget, I'll be back tomorrow night. A little bit earlier of a start time tomorrow, 8 p.m. Central Division matchup, Dallas Stars against the Winnipeg Jets. That should be a real fun one tomorrow. So that's pretty much going to do it for tonight. Please don't forget, hit that thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't. I cover the entire NHL, so fans of all teams are welcome and wanted here. I'll be streaming all season long and bring you as much hockey content as I can. And hope you guys have a great rest of your night. Have a great day tomorrow. Hopefully I'll be talking to you soon. And this was a big win for the Oilers, and I think an expected win for the Oilers. And they got the job done tonight. So thank you guys so much. Talk to you all soon. And I'll be back tomorrow night with Dallas versus Winnipeg. See you guys later.